We're almost at an end here tonight. I just have to introduce our final comedian. Me.
DJ! Woo!
Thank you. I don't really want to alarm the parents and guests here tonight, but room draw doesn't exactly work here for now. I was told this year I was going to be able to have a single. And if I want to, as a senior, be in a dorm called Lazier, alone, I should get that right. Instead, something heinous happened, Haynes. Yeah, you get it. And I was put in Haynes with two roommates. They're both bats. And let me just say, I was a little... I didn't know what to do when I first realized I had roommates. Because they snuck up on me, right? I went and I took a shower one morning, first day of Grinnell classes. You know, I just had my whole floor meeting with my CA. I just had this whole conversation. Hi, I'm EJ, I'm in 4th year, hi. And then the CA only knows me as EJ. That's all they know me as. That's it. I get back from taking my shower in the morning, and I see this brown thing on my blinds. And I didn't remember leaving anything there. So I didn't know what it was. So I give my blinds a little pull, right?
Oh.
You know, they'll like poke it with a stick, are you alive test, you know what I mean? Tried and true method. And I saw like little bat hands going like, no, don't wake me up. Stop. So I was like, holy shit. I go across the street, hallway, right to my CA. Hey, Ken, hi. I'm EJ. Might remember me from the meeting. I have a bat in my room. I have to go to class, so you deal with this for me. Good luck. I heard, I didn't see this happen, but I heard that later on, campus security officers came up with nets. And I was really scared when I heard that because I thought it was going to be something out of like, I don't know, some TV show where they're like trying to catch the bat with these nets and breaking every possession I own. I thought my bat issue was done though. I thought, okay, I met him. We obviously have different schedules. I'm a 4th year. I don't know how old bats live to, but I don't think 4 years. So I have the seniority. He's getting out of my room. That night, I'm lying down in bed. I'm super, I'm wearing just my boxers because I sleep like that. Judge me. When in my eyes closed, lights are off, everything's good, I'm peaceful, everything's good, and I hear like this chittering, like around somewhere in the dark. Fluttering too. You know, all around. What the hell is going on? I reach over to the side, turn on my lamp. 2 feet in front of me, flying in circles, is a bat. I ran out of that room. Usain Bolt could not fucking catch me. All right? I was out of there in my boxers, having left my phone and keys on the bed. So here I am at like 1 in the morning, right? Just in my boxers in the hallway. What the hell do I do? What is the solution here? I would love to know if you guys have one. I couldn't find one. I played peekaboo with the bat for the next 2 hours. That's what I did. All right, just like having the door open. Oh, he's still in there. Still in there. I slept in a lounge that night. Boxers, fuck gross. This turned into a whole issue, though. This wasn't just a thing where it was this one bat. Now I knew that this was like a recurring issue. And I started talking to people about it. And I started talking to the CA who would be on call the next night when I called in again, this time with pants and a shirt, being like, "There's a bat in my room." I talked to Campo when they'd come up with nets. No one would be able to find anything anytime they went in there. Ken, who only knows, different Ken, by the way, who only knows me as EJ, I can't be the guy who lies about having a bat in his room like the first week of college, you know what I mean? Because I either have the bat or I don't, and everyone who's looking for it cannot find it. You know, like, are you sure there's a bat in there? Campo was looking around with the flashlights, like going through my drawers looking for this bat, and I'm like, that's an invasion of privacy. And they didn't even find the fucking bat. I ended up having to seal a hole in the wall myself. I went to Walmart, filled it up, got a cinnamon candle, because apparently bats don't like the smell of cinnamon. That's something I didn't know. And I thought it was over. I thought it was over. I'd sealed the hole in the wall. I had the cinnamon candle. I was prepped, you know? But rabies. Did I have it? Fantastic question. To this day, I don't know. What I did, you know, I'm in contact with my parents. I tell them about this whole bat issue. My mother's laughing at me over the phone. Like, "You were in boxers in the lounge at 3 a.m.? Fucking nerd." We love each other. And so I told her about that, and she was like, "Have you looked into rabies shots?" And I was like, "No, why would I look into rabies shots? What does that have to do with me?" You know, apparently bats can carry rabies. This is news to me. I didn't know that. And rabies is apparently lethal, if not treated. When I go into the hospital and I'm like, "Hey, I had an experience with a bat. It was about a week ago by now, but I don't know if I have rabies, so could we get the exam?" The nurse looks at me from across the desk like, "A week ago? You got bit by a bat a week ago?" "No, I didn't get bit by a bat. I didn't know if I got bit by a bat. I was given a little handy-dandy flow chart even of whether or not I'm supposed to get the vaccine." And it was like, "I have been in a room with a bat, yes, no." Yes. I am positive that I was in a room with a bat. Yes, no, I'm pretty goddamn sure. I'm pretty goddamn sure. And then, were you ever alone in the room with the bat? Can I count my other bat roommate? You know, when are we defining who's company here? But, long story short, the thing was telling me, "Hey, you're gonna need to get a rabies shot." That fucking sucks. Because rabies shots, I don't know if y'all know this, they're renowned for being painful. They're renowned for just hitting you and then not stopping hitting you. And apparently what you need to do with the rabies shot is 2 in the arms, 2 in the legs. Or 2 in the thigh, excuse me. I didn't know. I had never gotten vaccines in my thighs before. So when this was like, you know, pitched to me, "Hey, you're going to need to get these," I was like, "All right, we'll do the evil I know first, you know, shots in the arms. Do the evil I don't know later, shots in the thigh." shots, you know, I hate them. I have my beanie pulled down over my eyes. I'm blasting music. I'm bad with needles. And she's like, all right, fantastic. All right, going on to the thigh. Would you mind laying face down on the table? And I was like, okay, sure, you know, like, lying down. And I feel her finger, like, in my waistband here-ish, right? And I'm like, all right, my thigh. But then she, like, turns the corner. Next time I walk out of the doctor's appointment, my ass that sore, I better have had a fucking colonoscopy. And I talked to the doctor right after this. I was like, hey, what the hell? You said thigh. That was directly in my ass, one in each cheek. You know? And she was like, well, medically. I don't fucking trust doctors now, man. You know, it's partially the language that they use. You know, like the doctors, they always have like the drug names. You know, like fluoxetine. Right? And then, you know, on the consumer level, there's Prozac. That's how we understand. You know, like a name brand. Grinnell students, we tend to understand all of those things as breakfast. So, I don't know. Not a great moving in experience for me. I couldn't wait to get back home for break. Anyone here going home for break for this coming Thanksgiving? Yeah, got a couple. Do you also regress into someone you hate? Yeah, I'm getting some nods. Personally, I regress into someone I despise. When I go home, I become like the kid version of me, the version of me that I tried all of college to not be anymore. You know, but when you're around the same pressures, the same people, everything like that, it's easy to fall into the same traps, you know? The trap that I specifically fall into a lot is that I use Lego to fill a hole in my heart because I'm sad. And so this was my go-to, is I would buy Legos at this toy store, go home to my room, build it in my room. I'm a happy little boy. However, new toy store opens up. This most recent time I'm on break, and I'm like, okay, let's see what Legos these motherfuckers got. You know, new selection. And it was beautiful. Wall, yellow, red, like all of the Star Wars and ninjas, which I love. And I'm excited. I'm looking at this, and when I turn, and I see standing behind the counter, Margot Leota. That name doesn't mean anything to you, but that name means a lot to me. Back in 4th grade, you know the game like Heads Up, 7 Up, where you put your head down on the table, thumbs up, and then people would walk around and choose that. I was a filthy fucking cheater. What I would do is I would like lean my head over the side of the desk and like look through the crook of my arm to see the shoes. So then I would just look at people's shoes and be like, you're the one who got me, without a moment's hesitation. It was very clear I was cheating. Margot caught me. Margot must have worked out the angle because she like goes down, hands looks up, and we make eye contact. Fuck! Like, it's one thing to be caught red-handed, it's another to be making eye contact with the person who you are cheating. Didn't like me from that day forward. And then when we sat down, circle time after 4th grade, I was a little stressed about it. And one of the other stress habits I would do, other than filling that Lego-shaped hole in my heart, is pick my nose and eat it, because that's the kid I was. So I did that. And as I, And Margot is sitting right there, looking at me do it, watching. She saw the whole process. Point A to point B, you know, point B to point C. Wasn't. And she turns to Morgan Richland. Another name doesn't mean a lot to you. It means a lot to me. I don't hear what they say. To this day, I don't know what words they said. But Margot turns. So now I'm trying to buy a Lego as a 21-year-old, and the lady who caught me cheating at 7-Up, I can't be the guy who both cheats at 7-Up, eats his boogers, and still buys Lego at 21. I can't be all these things, you know. But then I think I actually, you know, I'm trying to move past these limitations from my youth, you know, the regressing into the person I don't want to be. The only way not to do that is to make changes and do something different. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to buy this Lego. I'm not going to turn around and leave, even though I really want to. And I get my Lego. I put it on the front desk. She says, hi. I say, hi. She picks it up, scans it, puts it down. For your younger brother? I don't have a younger brother. She was just talking shit. She just wanted to make me feel young, but like not in the hot way, like you know. You know. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. So then I get my Lego, and I'm like, okay, I have my Lego. That was embarrassing. That was awful. I'll go back home and build it. No, I will not. I'm going to change what I am doing with my life. I do not want to be that same kid who eats his nose boogers anymore. Or any boogers for that matter. I don't want to be that kid who builds Lego on his own in his room anymore. I go out to this park. And I bring this candle with me. I light my candle. I'm building my Lego. Very serene, very nice. I'm engrossed in it. I have my music going. And then, you know, between bag 1 and bag 2, I look up. It's Margot Leota and Morgan Kirpiel. Or Morgan Richland, excuse me. I had just told her this was from a younger brother, and now she is seeing me in a fucking library park building the same goddamn Lego. I cannot escape this past version of myself, so at this point I just own it. You know what I mean? They look at me, they're disgusted. I look at them, I'm disgusted with myself. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. And thank you all so much for coming to Stand Up Comedy Club's first show of 2022. Please give a round of applause to all the comedians who went today. Seriously amazing having all